Hello viewers and welcome to Rick's Garage. In today's video I'm going to show you something a little bit special. And this is for all you power tool fans out there just like myself. And boy, I'll tell you, I love power tools and anything to do with metal and woodworking. So here we go. This is a special one today. And yes, you guessed it right. What you're looking at here in the background is a heavy-duty homemade drill press that I had fabricated and put together myself. So I'm going to show you how this thing works and all of its features and let you all check it out. This thing is pretty sweet. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a quick walk around of this, and then we're going to show you a little bit of drilling. And make sure you comment on this video. Let me know if you think it looks great and tell me how you like it. Alright. Now here she is. Alright, look at that. This is actually a 3/8 drive head on there that I have right now. The chuck is 3/8. And that's actually all the bigger I need it to be right now. But as you can tell, this is definitely homemade. It's not something you would buy at the store. And the quality of this thing is definitely better than what you would buy at the store. So we'll start up front here, and as you can see right there, I have about an 11 by 11 inch deck plate, and I have the hole punch right through the center here for the drill bits, and that's about a 1/2 inch thick plate of steel that's bolted down onto a frame made of very nice 2-inch steel pipe that's been welded together. And this arm that you're looking at is actually a component from an antique washing machine that I had laying around, and then decided, you know what, I think that would make a nice drill press. And look, lo and behold, here it is. All these parts you're looking at that this thing's made of were just laying around my shop here. And one day decided to throw them all together and see what the heck I can make. So if you look here, I have 2 pillow block bearings on the bulkhead of it that hold the pinion that goes to the rack and pinion that controls the up and down movement of the entire head assembly, which I'll demonstrate that here in a minute. And over here I got 2 dial rods welded together to form the handle that moves the whole assembly up and down. And this is a Westinghouse motor control relay that I had found and decided to use on this setup. It even has a master reset and has a incandescent neon bulb type indicator lamp that tells you whether it's powered on or off. I have my line going to the motor and my line going to the wall, which actually is going to an extension cord to the wall. And we'll take a back view here of the machine. And this is the motor that powers this puppy. This is a 1/2 horsepower repulsion start induction run motor made by Century Electric of USA. And I'll show you the motor tag. This motor is an RM10, 110 or 220 volts, and the serial number is GF12. It's 1750 RPMs. So it's got plenty of power to run this drill press, and I'm very satisfied with the results of it. Now, a lot of you may watch my videos that I had on my previous channel, where I have collected many of these repulsion start induction motors, and this one is personally from my collection, and decided it would be a perfect fit for this setup. Let's take a look at the front of it here. And the only thing that I don't like about this setup is the variable pitch sheave was unable to be used on this because I don't have the proper spacer for my motor shaft. And I'll get to that detail a little bit later. And you're wondering, okay, so how do you replace the belt without taking off a 60-pound motor made of cast iron? Well, it's very basic. What I did is I mounted the motor itself onto this piece of plywood. And in order to loosen the belt, you lift up on the motor, which you can see is hinged over on this side. So what you do is you lift up on this part of the motor, and you'll see the slack coming in out of the belt here. And you just tilt the motor, which you can take the belt on or off, or you can tighten it, and the weight of the motor actually retains tension on that belt. And right here, I added on this auxiliary shaft. This is one solid shaft going from front to back, but I made sure I have enough on this end where I can add another sheave to drive other equipment off the same machine. So if I wanted to, I can set up a disc grinder or a disc sander right next to this, right there, and drive it off another sheave that I would put right here. Very good design, very good idea. And here's the back of the motor. I restored this motor, like I said, about 2 years ago, I think. And you can see the commutator, the brushes, all the good workings inside of it. And this is the screw to adjust it, whether you want it to go reverse or forward, clockwise or counterclockwise. And well, that's pretty much the the basics of it. But now we're going to go ahead and we're going to power this up, and I'm going to demonstrate on this piece of wood here how well this thing functions for being homemade and thrown together like it is. So bear with me here. You have to excuse me because I'm using an iPhone here to make this video. So if your screen is going from left to right to this and that, I'm sorry about that. I'm trying to keep this camera setting on one angle. But just try to pay attention the best you can. And for safety measures, I have a pin locked up into my pinion here just to keep this from going down onto the project before I get started. So I'll go ahead and remove this pin, and we'll go ahead and start here. There's your pin. All right. I'll tell you folks, what's nice about this drill press is the 60-pound weight of that motor definitely helps press the drill bit down into your project and makes it go through like butter. Real nice feature. And it really doesn't take that much effort to lift it back up. I got the roller bearing pillow blocks here, and then I got the rack and pinion set up. Makes lifting that motor like nothing. But yeah, you still have to give it a little bit of effort. It's not like electronic steering in a car. Let's go ahead and make another hole here. Always be sure to hold your wood. And do another one. Always put your safety pin back up into the rack and pinion to lock your drill press. There you go. As you can see, plainly see, it's made perfectly straight through holes in this piece of plywood. I'm going to get my phone here and I'm going to show you guys the machine running close up. Sorry that I flipped the screen again there. I don't mean to do that. It's probably upside down on your computer, whatever way I started it. You know what? Let's do this. There, I think that's the way I started my video. Alright, yeah, I think that's it. Alright, but at any rate, here's the motor relay. We'll power it on. You'll see the indicator lamp light up. You can see the drill bit turning. We'll go to the back. And then you'll see the pulleys in action here, the drive shaft. And there's the motor, very quiet, smooth motor. I'll show you the commutator and brushes on these repulsion induction motors, how nice this is. This is cool. I'm going to go ahead and power it off. You'll see that the brush in there, there's 4 of them, but you'll see this one engaged to the commutator as I power it off. And we'll power it back on once more. Alright folks, there you have it. Very unique setup that I designed myself, and with about a day's worth of work, had this thrown together, and I got myself a homemade drill press. Well, thanks for watching, and as always, I'll have more interesting projects lined up for future recordings. But till then, thanks for watching and take care.